What up, guys? James from Bolt Bros here. Hey, want to talk about a little bit about the depth chart that has been released and talk a little bit about one of these positions that I think is kind of interesting with the whole Asante Samuel Jr., Jasir Taylor co-starters. So let's get into it. Bolt Bros, let's go.
I'm Dale Henley. You watching the Bolt Bros podcast? Let's do it!
Man, it sure is exciting. I love being at training camp and I love that it's week one, guys. So can't wait to be at SoFi this weekend. So once again, going back to the subject here, interesting thing that they've announced with the Chargers. They put Jasir Taylor and Asante Samuel Jr. as co-starters, basically as CB3. It's an interesting thing because I was thinking in my head, I'm like, well, going back to training camp, I was really noticing one thing, and I felt Asante Samuel Jr. was better at the long ball type coverage. I feel like he was doing a little bit more better in the sense of trying to bat passes down, be better on coverage for deep outs versus Jasir Taylor was being a little bit more aggressive inside the box, closer proximity, maybe run defense type situation. And I kept thinking in my head, why can't we just play based upon the player's strengths and choose to put in the right player at the right situation? So if it's like, say, a 3rd and 8, you put Asante Samuel Jr. in, who would be better coverage fit for maybe longer type base plays that we'd have to go against. Or if it's a earlier down situation, you put Jasir Taylor, who could be better for run support. I mean, Jasir is a fast guy all around, and he's got a lot of speed. Not saying Asante Samuel Jr. does not have that speed, but there's a size difference there. Jasir might be more built for a guy who could be more for run coverage, to where Asante could be better for the guy for longer, play type coverage. Now, one thing I didn't think about too is now JC Jackson, even with some of the early on, injury reports for this week, we only got a couple injuries, 2 injuries. It was Chris Rump with a I think it might have been a hamstring issue, and then Deion Henley with a hamstring issue too. JC Jackson wasn't on there, by the way. So I think there's this idea that, hey, JC will probably play this weekend, but at the same side, it might be kind of a situational thing for JC Jackson. Maybe it's going to be shorter coverage type things. Maybe it's going to be, I don't know, maybe they're going to really try to make him run downfield and be that long ball defender too. I don't know. But maybe that's kind of where they put this co-starters for cornerback 3, because it's going to be a very interchangeable position for us this season, or at least to start the season. So, obviously Jasir and Asante Samuel Jr. have both phenomenal strengths in different areas, but I like the idea of them trying to fit the players in based upon what situation is going on for the defense, based upon their strengths, put in the right player. I mean, that's going to be a lot of rotation there for 3 positions, potentially, with JC Jackson even being a part of this equation. So I thought it was interesting that they kind of announced that. And the first time I think I've ever seen something like that, where they're just going to say, hey, co-starters with 2 different cornerbacks, and let them kind of be out there for a certain situation. So once again, maybe this is just my thoughts of what they're trying to achieve, but both Jasir, Asante really deserve to be on the field. And it could be also just the breather for JC Jackson too. So they'll interchange those players, from the slot, from outside corner or whatnot. So either which way, I thought it was an interesting topic all around, guys. Just want to hear your guys' thoughts on that and see what you think about what that co-captain position might be. So really appreciate it, guys. Once again, excited for this weekend to be at SoFi, be there at Thunder Alley, pink lot. If you guys have not been to Thunder Alley, it's an awesome time. Great way to pregame, to go into the stadium, and great way to be able to hang around a bunch of friends and fans, and even some of our foes. I'm sure you'll see some Dolphins fans there. So either which way, guys, really appreciate it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not. We'll keep you guys updated on any other news that we do have going on. So once again, James from Bolt Bros, appreciate it. Let's go.